Hi students, hope you all are doing well. So we will discuss today with the supply function. Okay, so we will plot a supply curve over here first, and then we will be discussing. This is our supply curve SS1, and in this axis we have put price, and in this axis we have put quantity supplied QS. See, is it visible to you? This is SS1 is the supply curve, and this horizontal axis we have put price, and this vertical axis we have put price, and through horizontal axis we have put quantity demanded. So this is our supply function. We plot price, okay? Each point in this supply curve, any point in this supply curve represents the combination of price and quantity supplied. See, the combination of price and quantity supplied. Say in this particular point A, we are getting P1 price and Q1 quantity supplied. Say in point B, we are getting P2 price in Q2. For P2 price, we are getting Q2. Okay. So in this way, different combinations can be represented as different points on the diagram. Okay. The locus of all such points in the supply curve, since we assume a direct relationship between, earlier we have assumed, those who have not seen my video, just see it in the earlier videos, you can get it, that we assumed a direct relationship between price and commodity supplied or quantity supplied. Okay, so the supply curve is drawn is always outward, the outward movement supply curve. Upward rising supply curve. Supply curve is always upward moving. Why? As there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. See, in P1 price, P1 is less than P2. P1 is less than P2. Okay, so in P1 price we are getting Q1, which is also less than Q2. Clear? So whenever we are raising our price to P2, we are getting Q2. That is, quantity has already been raised. Okay, so this represents a direct relationship between P and Q. Whereas in demand curve, this was an inverse relationship, and demand curve was also downward sloping. So the basic assumption of price and quantity demanded was that whenever price rises, the quantity supplied will always be raised. The reasons has already been discussed in the earlier videos. Okay. So as we get to supply schedule, we are getting individual supply schedule 1 and the market supply schedule. Similarly, we can also get two supply curves. One is individual supply curve and the other is market supply curve. The supply curve in the above figure is the individual. This is an individual supply curve. Individual supply curve. So how market supply curve will be derived? Horizontal summation of all the individual supply curve. Summing over individual supplies of the sellers at a particular price, we can get the market supply curve at that particular price. Plotting the market supply on the horizontal axis and prices of the commodity on the vertical axis, that if we place, this is an individual, if we sum all the individual supplies and place market price on vertical axis and market quantity supplied on the vertical axis, horizontal axis, we will get the market supply curve. Clear? This is so because when price rises, each firm wants to supply more units of commodity. Therefore, the total market supply will also increase when price increases. Hence, when the individual supply curves are upward rising, the market supply curve is also upward rising. Fine? So this is my today's video. You can note down over from here also. I'm moving the camera over here. You can note it down from here. Next day we will be discussing with elasticity of supply. As I have already discussed the elasticity of demand concept, tomorrow we will be discussing the elasticity of supply concept. Actually, regularly I am not able to do all the videos because I am having another channel of motivation. So there also I am going, and also I run my own consultancy. So for that particular reason I cannot make videos regularly. Okay, but I'll try to do all the things regularly. Okay, so today that's it. Bye bye. Take care.